am that woman that the Lord has done so well. I was having this serious headache for so long. I've taken all medications, taken injections, been to different clinics until I was told to go for brain MRI. Before the brain MRI, the headache was so bad that when it hit me, I cannot do anything again. Everything will remain on standstill. I told a friend of mine, she told me to, she's a nurse, so I carried her along. Then she told me to join Altar of Fire. I was like, which one is Altar of Fire? Then there's another woman again, Mrs. Joy. She was sending me the link all of the time. At a point, she was led to call me herself that, hello, I know I've been sending you this link. Please click on the link, see what God is doing on the fire altar. Meanwhile, she doesn't even know what was happening to me. I decided to follow her lead. Then I joined the fire altar. To my surprise, I was like, oh my goodness, so this is what I've been missing. I saw testimonies. I was moved. The following day of me joining the altar, Pastor mentioned that brain damage will be reversed. Meanwhile, I didn't know if anything was wrong with my brain. I was like, okay, fine, because the headache has been so persistent. I was like, amen. So I went for the brain MRI. So when I got back from the diagnostic center, I was told that I have one ischemic or something damage, brain damage, cerebral. Anyway, in a nutshell, that it's a cerebral damage. Oh my goodness, I was so devastated. So the following day, I went to the clinic to see the doctor. The doctor, when he saw it, was like, God have mercy, where did you get this kind of sickness from? That this sickness is meant for old people in their 50s, 60s. That where did you get this from? So the doctor now said, okay, nevertheless, a specialist still needs to see me so that it will start treatment immediately. So I was like, God, I kept telling my God that, God, this is not for me. God forbid. What is this cerebral damage for what? My friend told me to stay still on the fire altar. So the fasting started. I joined in. Then the following day that I joined the fire altar, Pastor categorically mentioned it again, making the second time. The first one was before I went for the brain MRI. So this time around, I'd already gone for the brain MRI. So he mentioned it categorically that brain damage is reversed. I screamed. My mommy was like, oh my goodness. I screamed. I was like, yes, it is reversed in the mighty name. So I get into it. I took it so serious. Lo and behold, that same day, I started feeling calmness in my brain. And this is the brain that that I cannot do anything once it holds me. The head, I will have to hold my head. I cannot talk. People cannot talk where I am. People cannot even open door. That is how bad it was. You cannot open door. Any squeaking of the door goes to my head straight. So many things I could not do. As in, my whole life literally became on standstill. So I noticed that the headache started reducing. The pain I was feeling here started reducing. I was like, okay. I was telling my mom, I was like, okay, just be claiming it. The word of knowledge came for you again, so be claiming it. So the following day, I went to the clinic to see the neurologist, the brain doctor. So when I got there, the doctor took the report, went through it. It was like, there's nothing wrong with you. That your brain is as fresh as a little born baby. That is how fresh and good your brain is. That you don't have any brain damage. I was like, really? Are you for real? They said you don't have any brain damage. I was like, oh my goodness, what God cannot do does not exist. He also did a series of tests for me right there and then, and he affirmed it again that I don't have any brain damage. My mom was so happy because she followed me to the clinic. Now I'm fine. I can use the treadmill like I always do. I can jump, as in there is God on this fire altar.
My name is Engineer Uche Okerafo. I'm making this video from Abuja, Nigeria. My testimony is about my healing from prostate hyperplasia, which is prostate enlargement. It constituted a very big nuisance, very big problem in my life. Every night I will wake up 3 times, sometimes more, to urinate. And when tests were carried out, it was discovered first in London in 2016 that my PSA was above 9.0, and the doctor expressed some concerns and said, okay, do further follow-up when you get back to Nigeria. From then on, it has been a concern. At some point, we did a test, a PSA test, and it was 57. And the consultant said, no, you have to remove the prostate. You have to carry out a TURP, whatever that is. We decided to do it. He explained everything. He educated me about it, but I wasn't really gifted to doing it. Then I asked for other opinions. Another consultant said, yes, we can do it, but we have to review. But all this while, I trusted the Lord, and I told God, other people are receiving their miracles. Why not me? Why am I carrying this affliction? So the man of God, Pastor Jerry Eze, mentioned the problem and prayed for those with problems of prostate. I believed God. I trusted that this time around my problem had been identified and mentioned. And it coincided with the time the doctor said we are going to review. We had the last test in January, and we did another review precisely last week. When the result came, it was 2.3. It had been a very long time when I was young that I ever had a PSA of 2.3. So God is wonderful. I rejoiced. Even in my office, I was so happy. And they said, why are you so happy, excited? I say, yes, God has done it. God has removed the affliction in my life. God healed me from enlarged prostate and all that followed it. So I give this testimony to glorify God.
My name is Angela Michael. I'm testifying from Lome, Togo. I just want to thank God for what He has done for me and for my family. I got married 2017 October, and I was believing God for the fruit of the womb, and it's not forthcoming. Then until 2020, my sister-in-law introduced me to NSPPD, and I started following. Then on that 2020, maybe November, December period, I was having fallopian tube blockage. I saw a sister that testified that she tore all the negativity that Pastor Jerry asked the people the day she testified. She tore her negativities. Then I saw that I was moved. I brought out all the results that I was given, that I had blockage in my tubes. I used scissors. I tore everything. Then 2021 March, I went to the hospital to check again, and my tubes were open. I was amazed. Then I kept believing God that my miracle must be full. Then on 2022 July, I checked and I was pregnant. I didn't believe it till I went to hospital. It was proven that I was 8 weeks gone. I want to thank God who did this for me and for my family.